Man, low key, I began so many epiphanies, man. Low key, the best way to understand God is knowing that God exists within all. God created all. So this said thing that's always been in existence since existence was existing. It was the beginning before the beginning began, and it is the ending before the ending ended. You know what I'm saying? Which there is no beginning, no end. God is infinite. God was just a principle, was always there. This principle turned into an intelligence. This principle turned into an intelligence. This principle is an energy. So God is consciousness. It's a conscious state of being. It also is a energetic state of being. It's energetic. It's mental. So when this said infinite being that is always present, not only is it omnipresent, that means it exists at all times. No, my bad. Omnipresence means that it's everywhere. It's not only within you. God's not only within you, it's outside of you. AKA it reflects. God is the microcosm. God is the macrocosm. God's within you, God's outside of you. Just like the universe, the microcosm and the macrocosm. Your inner world, your outer world. As within, so without. As above, so below. And then you have the in-between. That's the best way to understand God. God is everything you could ever think of. Never limit the Most High. But the Most High limits itself. That's the point of being God, is knowing that I am the supreme being. I am the living source in the living flesh. For the flesh would not be here if I didn't create it. So the flesh that I created is of my energy. But this said energy, like I said, energy can go against its own current. Energy can also think for itself. So it really is the multiplicity of the mind. Like you can go against your own current. You know what I'm saying? If you're flowing a one way, you have the ability to say, I don't want to go that way. That's that second thought. That's a second opinion. I don't want to flow that way. I want to go the other way. So the enfolding of energy is, think about the enfoldment of consciousness and the enfoldment of energy in the sense of water. Water itself, y'all see that? Water itself is infinite. Water has no form. Water has a three-dimensional form. Water, and what we can consider water is a liquid. But it can also, that's its basis primordial form. It's fluid. Fluid is being fluid. Liquid is just within everything. So that's the basis of it. But water can also take on the form of being ice. Now it's a solid piece of matter. And this solid piece of matter, aka what we call ice, aka what's what water is ice is water that's just condensed and it's solid. These atoms are very much condensed together. They're in a tight bond. These atoms have bonded together and they've formed a shape. These atoms bonded together, they formed a shape, and they're so distantly connected to each other that it manifests into a shape, into a cube, an ice cube. And then there's water. There's water as a gas. It's just that it's that primordial smoke that exists within everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best way to think about God. God is water, the primordial waters of noon. Water does not have a prime form, but it can take on every form you can think of. Water is in humans. We're made up of 70% of water. We're mostly made of water. Plants have water. Animals have water. Everything in the known facet of creation and beyond has water. Even the big sun, Aten Ra, Amen Ra, Kepler Ra, Heru Ra, Osiris Ra, Satek Ra. Even the facet of the sun, how great that is. The sun has water into it. Water is in every facet of creation. God is in every facet of creation. God is water. God is like water. God does not have a prime form. It does not have a basis. It doesn't have a basis form. It's truly infinite within itself. So God is both infinite and finite, because to be finite means to take form of something, to limit the vastness of yourself and to minute yourself into a shape. AKA, when you put water into a water bottle, the water took form of that water. Like, it took form of that water bottle because the water bottle was literally made to encase water. Your body was made, your tomb was made to encase the spirit. Because without the spirit, you wouldn't even have the body. So the spirit is of the body. So take care of this said temple. Honor and value your temple. You got to honor and value your temple. Because this said temple is a direct reflection of the Supreme. Because the Supreme manifested itself as this avatar. It took on this form. It took on this certain shape. You are the avatar. You are the shape. You're like a water bottle. You were made to encompass something that is so vast. Because one water bottle does not represent the all. It does not represent what is singular but plural. It's singular, but there's a multiplicity to it. So, for example, I'm the water bottle. I can say all day right now, and it's true, I am God. I am the living supreme in flesh. But that don't necessarily mean that I'm above anybody else, because I know who I am. I know that I'm the supreme intelligence that's aware of itself. I'm aware of myself, so I'm claiming sovereignty of my environment, aka the I. I claim my sovereignty. I claim my environment. I claim that I am of this body, but I am not of this body. This body is manifested because I manifested it to be so. You are a self-manifested being. You came through the womb of a woman, because that's the only primordial portal you ever come through. But you are a self-manifested being. God is a self-manifested creature. God has always existed. So I am like the water bottle. But there's other cases, man. Water. This is water right here. Is this the only form of water there is? No, there's plenty other cases like this. You were made to encompass something that is already divine in its nature. It's so divine that it gave itself a shape. Despite how infinite it is, it can give itself a shape. It's minute. It's minute in how it wants to present itself. That's why there's measurements. I have to be exact in what I am encompassing myself in. That's where the 144,000 comes at. Because that's a very specific number. If you know the Bible, if you just know simply in it, the Bible ain't have to speak on it. But if we know strictly from the Bible, that's how you know about the 144,000. That is a number that's very specific and minute. This is a measurement of how God is going to return itself from an energetic and conscious standpoint. Because the return of Christ is spiritual more than physical. It's always spiritual rather than physical. So while black people, I would say, historically, the Most High has always shown his higher self as black, you have to walk in the ways of that. Just because you a nigga don't make you a naga. Just because you a nigga by skin don't make you a naga. Being a naga is being a serpent king, a serpent queen. You walk in the ways of the snake. You move in the ways of a snake. The snake itself is divine. The snake itself is an animal, but it's an anthropomorphic viewing of resurrection and rebirth, starting new cycles. I shed my old skin. I'm in a new land. I'm in my new era. I shed my old skin. I'm in a new phase in my life. You're in a state of metamorphosis. This is not the only form of water. This is not the only form of a case of water. There's multiple ways that God can express himself. It ain't through just a bottle. So that's the best way to understand the Supreme. God is everything. For its vast intelligence, aka this is the consciousness that you can achieve. Because once you understand that you are the God, aka you are now realizing that you are the Supreme, having a you are the 1055. You are a infinite being having a finite experience, but you're in a finite state and you can still achieve levels of infinite knowledge, infinite cosmic energy unfoldment, because you are the literal embodiment of energy unfolding and expanding on itself in the physical, but also within here. Because of course, as you expand spiritually, you expand in your mindset, you expand in what you know, because now you know more. It's like an Akashic record. You know more now once you raise your level of consciousness, once you understand that you are the Supreme having a human experience. You are this infinite, vast intelligence. You are this infinite, energetic being that has always existed, that permeates through every single thing. You are this infinite being that took form and took shape. That within itself is divine. Because look at the human body and look at what we can do. That's the science. That's the intelligence of God itself. That's the intelligence of God. Your hands are like energy sectors. God is so intelligent. It's so intelligent, so vast. You don't think how my nose was made to smell. It's made to pick up on certain scents. But I can't smell everything. My eyes are to see, to keep me from danger. So I can look in my environment, but I don't see everything that's around me. I hear, so I can pick up on sounds and cues. But I can't hear everything. But as you rise in consciousness, you hear the voices in your head. This is the Supreme Being talking to itself, encased in the body that it created. It's talking to itself. Now you hear certain shit. Now you're starting to smell certain things. They're like, man, what the fuck is that smell? Where is that coming from? Or you rise in the mind of, I did not know that, but I know that now. This all makes sense. Because when this happened, I didn't get it at that time, but now that it just makes sense now. You have eyes, but you don't see every single thing because you have spirits in front of you. You have everything that's around you. You can't smell them. You can't taste them. You can't hear them. And you can't see them, but they're there. So that is the unmanifested made manifest. Once you up your conscious level, you will see that you are the unmanifested. You are the unmanifested. The only reason it's unmanifested is because you didn't see it. That doesn't mean it wasn't there. So there's something that's unmanifested yet manifest is now being known to you. You're now the Supreme Being that's aware of itself and this tomb it's encased in that it itself has created. That's what God is. I hope I wasn't rambling too much.